Hello and welcome to Dialogue in Discussion. I'm Brian Dolby and today I'm with Brian Darcy. Brian, you're with a company here in Dublin called Anam, but you're a man in A2P messaging who's probably got more than the t-shirt. Tell us more.
Yeah, I've had a pretty kind of interesting couple of years with the whole A2P space. I started out, I suppose my first introduction to it was as commercial director with O2 Media in Telefonica Ireland, where basically we implemented a full filtering solution on A2P, which ultimately drove the market and allowed Telefonica to gain substantial revenues and traffic and provide a better service to our business customers and our consumer customers.
Yeah, I mean, why is it that operators have not kind of seen the light with A2P messaging? It seems such a tremendous revenue winner.
It seems like such a logical move to do it. Certainly when we turned on our filtering solution and I suppose established our A2P market, the traffic levels were significant and they were almost guaranteed once we turned them on. Well, I suppose that was easy with hindsight to say that, but I'm not sure why operators haven't done this. It seems like such a logical thing to do. The market exists today. I mean, businesses are sending millions of messages to their consumers, which are called A2P messaging. The only thing that's not happening is operators aren't billing for it, and I'm not sure why that is.
Yeah. So imagine I'm a mobile operator, and I've heard about this, but I'm not really sure what it's all about. What are the nuts and bolts? How do I go around? How do I get this under control?
Okay, so I suppose the loophole here from the market's perspective is that if an operator does not have AA19 agreements with other international operators, it means that SMS messages are sent freely into network. So I would send network A messages and they would send me messages in return, and we call it quits. There is no billing done. So what you need to do is you as an operator, you need to put in a filtering solution that basically identifies peer-to-peer traffic versus A2P traffic or application-to-person traffic. And then once you identify the A2P traffic, that allows you to bill for it. In conjunction with that, you need to put in an environment for aggregators to connect with you and purchase those messages from you, and then in turn resell it to businesses. And fundamentally, that's it. You protect what you have, you lock it down, you identify the A2P messaging, you then open up a route for legitimate, established aggregators who can buy messages from you at a proper wholesale rate and resell it at a retail rate.
And I think it was when you were with Telefonica that you were first introduced to Dialogue.
Yes, so we had a relationship with Dialogue before we, I suppose, established this filtering solution. But once that was implemented, the relationship grew quite strong because Dialogue, as a major aggregator in this space, became a very large customer and purchased a considerable number of messages per month, which obviously was good from a revenue perspective for Telefonica. So that was, yeah, so that's how the relationship grew there.
And it's a great opportunity for operators right across the world, isn't it?
It's huge. I mean, I suppose, as I was saying at the start, I started out at this working with Telefonica, but the opportunity is actually so big that I took a career move and I joined a company called Anam, where currently I work with them now as VP of Managed Services. So what I'm doing is basically working with operators globally to implement these solutions. And what I kind of bring, I suppose, maybe maybe unique is too strong a word, but I bring experience as doing this as an operator, where I can work with the operator, support them, and implement the solution. Anam have some very good technology, but there's a whole business process around this to do it properly. So I think the opportunity is immense. I think it's so good that I have taken the career move to get into this space. It sounds interesting, or it sounds strange, because SMS is 21 years old. And people think the technology is almost kind of not interesting anymore. But I think anything that has substantial revenue growth is always interesting. And I know when I was running the solution, we were seeing growth rates of about 20%, 20 to 25% every 6 months. So it's not just that you can capture the market or I suppose realise this new opportunity, but there's actually growth in this market as well. So very interesting.
Okay, well, best of luck with your new career role, and thanks for talking to us at Dialogue.
Great, thanks, Brian.